Something new about space practically on a monthly basis. As a rule, scientists concern themselves with objects located billions of kilometers away from our Earth. However, there are a lot of exciting things comparatively near the solar system. I've already told you about the boundaries of the observable universe, about what there is to be found beyond our galaxy, and about the nearest exoplanet Proxima Centauri b. Now it's time to take a peep at a celestial object equally worthy of our attention, namely the brightest star in our sky, Sirius.
Hello everyone, once again you're on SIRIUS Destination, your authentic herbal remedy and health solution. Before you watch this video, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any important health solution and health tip. SIRIUS Destination always bring you better and important health remedy or health solution which you need for your daily life or daily activity and for your daily health keep. Today we are going to talk about one amazing nut which we use in our daily life, very important both spiritually and physically. This amazing nut is going to help us cure almost 99% eye infections. That is amazing. Stay tuned to the channel and subscribe to the channel and you will be amazed the kind of things SIRIUS Destination bring to you each day and each hour. The amazing nut we are going to talk about today is bitter kola. We are all familiar with bitter kola. And what is bitter kola itself? How does other tribes or other languages term it or call bitter kola? Today we are going to look at all that, what bitter kola is used for, the health benefits of bitter kola, and why bitter kola is used to treat eye infection. With this video you are going to look at all that. In this same video you are going to look at the eye, the structure of the eye, how the eye works, and what is the most important things about the human eye, and if the human eye is infected with bacteria or diseases, how are you going to cure them? What are some safe protocols you are going to undertake or safe precautions you are going to undertake to keep the eye healthy? This video you are going to learn about all that. Before we dive deeper or before we probe further, let's talk about the bitter kola. Bitter kola, also known as Garcinia kola, is a tropical flowering plant found in Western and Central Africa. It has a lot of health benefits I am very sure you do not know about. The English name for bitter kola is bitter kola, just as we already know, is the bitter kola. The botanical name for this amazing nut is the Garcinia kola. The Yorubas call it the Orogbo, the Hausa call it the Minchingoro, and the Igbos call it the Akilu. That is the bitter kola. Just as you can see on the screen, this is a bitter kola. We have the other kola, that is the red kola. That is not what we are going to talk about today. We are just going to talk about the bitter kola in this video. Now let's talk about some health benefits of bitter kola. One health benefit of bitter kola is an anti-poison nut. Then two, it has the ability to repel evil men and spirits. Whether you like it or not, it could sound superstitious to you, but it really works. Kola is very amazing nut in spiritual and physical uses. Then three, the seed and the bark of bitter kola should be eaten together in case where food poisoning is suspected. It helps to detoxify the system. The fourth benefit is it combats STDs, that is sexually transmitted diseases. The fifth benefit of this amazing nut is it's a remedy for osteoarthritis. Then the sixth is bitter kola treats eye pressure, that is glaucoma. Then the seventh is bitter kola helps in lung functions. We have the 8 benefits. Bitter cola helps in weight loss. Then the last but not the least is bitter cola is used to treat malaria and a lot of many other diseases we cannot mention for the sake of time. And for your information, Serious Destination will be treating each and every disease mentioned above with the same bitter cola. So stay tuned to the channel so that you will not miss that amazing video when we bring it to your doorstep. Now let's talk about the human eye. What the human eye is made up of, the structure of the human eye, and what is the function of each part of the human eye. Now, the structure of the human eye, we have some parts of it. The eye, as you can see on the screen, is made up of a lot of parts. Let's talk about some part of the human eye. We have the first part being the cornea. Just as you see on the screen, the cornea. Light enters through the cornea, the transparent outer covering of the eye. The eyeball is rounded, so the cornea acts as a lens. It bends or reflects light. That is the function of the cornea. Now, what is the aqueous humor? The fluid beneath the cornea has a composition similar to that of blood plasma. The aqueous humor helps to shape the cornea and provides nourishment to the eye. Then another part of the eye is the iris and the pupil. Light passes through the cornea and aqueous humor through an opening called the pupil. The size of the pupil is determined by the iris. The contractile ring that is associated with eye color as the pupil dilates, that is, when the pupil gets bigger, more light enters the eye. Then let's talk about the lens. While most of the focusing of light is done by the cornea, the lens allows the eye to focus on either near or distant objects. That is the function of the lens, whether you will focus on distance or near objects. Ciliary muscles surround the lens, relaxing to flatten it to image distance objects and contracting to thicken the lens to image close-up objects. What this simply means is that when the ciliary muscles relaxes, that is flattens, it means it helps the lens to look and see objects that are far apart. And when they contract, they thicken, and it helps the lens to see images that are close to us. Now let's talk about the vitreous humor. A certain distance is required to focus light. That is the vitreous humor. In scientific knowledge, before you see an object, it means light has fallen onto the object and the light has reflected onto your eye. So when we say a certain distance is required to focus light, it means a certain distance is required to look at an object. The vitreous humor is a transparent watery gel that supports the eye and allows for this distance. So the vitreous humor is a gel that supports the eye to move and here and there and to allow distance objects to be observed or to be focused on. Now let's talk about the retina and the optic nerve. Now when light strikes the retina, two types of cells are activated. Rods detect light and dark and help form images under dim conditions. That is the function of the rods. So it automatically means the retina and the optic nerve, they contain two parts. That is the rods and the cones. And as I was saying, rods detect light and dark and help form images under dim conditions. Now the cones are responsible for color vision, just as we have the color and the monochrome. So the cones are responsible for color vision. Now, the three types of cones are called red, green, and blue, but each actually detects a range of wavelengths and not these specific colors. We see a lot of colors around us. The cones, we have the types being red, green, and blue. It doesn't mean they detect only those colors. What they detect is wavelength. That is, they detect a lot of colors around us. Yes, but using those specific red, green, and blue. Now, when you focus clearly on an object, light strikes a region called fovea. The fovea is packed with cones and allows sharp vision. Rods outside the fovea are largely responsible for peripheral visions. Rods and cones convert light into an electric signal that is carried from the optic nerve to the brain. The brain translates nerve impulses to form an image. In short, we have described how you look at objects and detect whether this is a particular kind of object. Now, let's summarize whatever I have said here. Light enters the eye through the cornea, the transparent outer covering of the eye. The eyeball is rounded, so the cornea acts as a lens. It bends or refracts light. After the light has entered into the cornea, the fluid beneath the cornea has a composition similar to that of blood plasma. The aqueous humor helps to shape the cornea and provides nourishment to the eye. After that, light passes through the cornea and aqueous humor through an opening called the pupil. The size of the pupil is determined by the iris. The contractile ring that is associated with the eye color. As the pupil dilates, gets bigger, more light enters the eye. While most of the focusing of light is done by the cornea, the lens allows the eye to focus on either near or distant objects. Ciliary muscles surround the lens, relaxing to flatten it to image distant objects and contracting to thicken the lens to image close-up objects. A certain distance is required to focus light. The vitreous humor is a transparent watery gel that supports the eye and allows for this distance. Then, when light strikes the retina, two types of cells are activated, the rods and the cones. Rods detect light and dark and help form images under dim conditions. Cones are responsible for color vision. And there are three types of cones called red, green, and blue cones, but each actually detect a range of wavelengths and not these specific colors. When you focus clearly on an object, light strikes a region called the fovea. The fovea is packed with cones and allows sharp vision. Rods outside the fovea are largely responsible for peripheral visions. Rods and cones convert light into an electric signal that is carried from the optic nerve to the brain. The brain translates nerve impulses to form an image. Just as you can see the process and the pictures and the diagram of each part and function. Now, let's talk about some common vision problems. A lot of times we encounter a lot of vision problems, very dangerous vision problems. Some of them the body and the eye treat them by itself. Some of them also leads to total blindness or darkness. Some of them leads to a lot of diseases which, if not treated, will lead to blindness of the eye. The most common vision problems are the myopia, that is nearsightedness. That is, you look at objects when you are close to the object. You can only see objects when you are close to them. Then we have the hyperopia, which is farsightedness, meaning you can only see object clearly if the object is very far or at a distance. Then we have the presbyopia, that is age-related farsightedness. So when you are growing old, it means you develop the presbyopia, which is your age would detect image when they are very far apart. That's why most of the times when the old people are looking at objects, they pull it far apart to be able to look at and observe the kind of object. Then we have the astigmatism. Astigmatism results when the curvature of the eye isn't truly spherical, so light is focused unevenly. That is what we mean by the astigmatism. When you develop this, it means the eye, the curvature nature of the eye has been affected, meaning the eye should be curved in nature. That is the rounded form of the eye is what we term by the curvature nature of the eye. So if that nature is not working, that is the cornea is not working in that form, you develop what we call astigmatism, which focus images unevenly, just as you see on the screen. Now, myopia and hyperopia occur when the eye is too narrow or too wide to focus light onto the retina. In nearsightedness, the focal point is before the retina, and in farsightedness, it is past the retina, as you can see on the screen. In presbyopia, the lens is stiffened, so it's hard to bring close objects into focus. Other eye problems include glaucoma, that is increased fluid pressure, which can damage the optic nerve. Then we have another one which we call cataract. That one is clouding and hardening of the lens. Then another one is macular degeneration. The macular degeneration is when the retina is degenerated. That is degeneration of the retina. Now let's summarize everything we have said. Common vision problems you develop: 1 is myopia, 2 is hyperopia, then 3 is presbyopia. We have 4 astigmatism, then we have other ones called 1 glaucoma, 2 cataract, 3 macular degeneration. Taking care of the eye can be somewhat very delicate and careful art to perform, as the sensitivity and delicate nature of the eye does not give a chance to any mistake for it to go blank. Meaning, when you are using any remedy or anything for the eye, make sure you are very and 100% sure that that thing is good for the eye and safety of the eye. Else, the eye is very sensitive organ, which if care is not taken, it will go blank. That means you will be blinded. What this simply means is that eye treatment needs no mistakes. We don't make mistakes when we are dealing with the eye. You just have to learn everything vividly and get it correctly. If you have a doubt or a question, do not attempt an eye remedy. Make sure all your questions and doubts are cleared before you try eye treatment. Now let's talk about how we are going to use the amazing nut, that is the beta cola, for eye problems such as glaucoma, myopia, hyperopia, presbyopia, astigmatism, cataract, and macular degeneration. Now, how to treat all eye problems using beta cola naturally, and it's 99% effective, meaning it's very effective in treating all these eye problems without any side effect. The steps to take to treat all eye problems within 21 days are as follows. These are the steps to take. First, you get a little container with a cover, or in short, just get a used eye dropped bottle. First step is you get a used eye drop bottle. I don't want to use a little container because after completing everything, you will use it as a drop. If you use the eye drop bottle, you are safe. Then you can measure the drops. But if you use any container, the drops are different. So to be on the safer side, just use an eye drop bottle which had been used already. Make sure you wash the inside to clean all liquids in it. Do not mix the remedy with any form of liquid at all. So you get the eye drop bottle, then you clean and wash the inside vividly or very well, then you put it aside. Then boil a little water. Wait for the water to cool down. Then you transfer it into your eye drop bottle. Please, the water is boiled to kill all bacteria in it. Make sure you boil the water. Do not just fetch the water and start using them. You will get another infection, or you will come across, or you will encounter eye problems. Make sure you boil the water to kill all form of bacteria in the water. You must once again boil the water. Now, after boiling your water, as I said earlier, you pour the cold water into your little eye drop empty bottle. Then you cut 3 of your bitter cola into pieces. If 3 is enough, you just use 1. You cut it into smaller pieces. If 1 is not enough, depending on the size of the eye drop bottle you are having. If the eye drop bottle is bigger, you can use 3. If it's medium, it can take 2. Then when it's smaller, the only amount you can use is 1 bitter cola, and maybe even the 1 you will use half, because the eye drop bottle will be full. Because I have experienced this and I have used it several times, so I know what I'm talking about. Then you gently drop them into the same bottle with the boiled cooled water. After pouring the cooled water into your eye drop bottle, you cut your bitter cola into pieces. The amount depends on the bottle. Then you gently drop them into the bottle, into the boiled cooled water. After this, you cover it nicely and keep it in a room temperature for 3 days without touching it. Do not touch it. Just cover it. Put it somewhere very nice temperature or very optimum temperature for 3 days. On the 3rd day, shake it very well, then use it as an eye drop. You can use it 2 or 3 times a day, depending on the kind of disease you are dealing with. If the disease have grown worse, you use it 3 times. But if the disease is mild, or you are just using it to clean your eye just like that, you can use it twice. One thing you should note about this thing is, on the first day, when you are using the eye drop, that is the bitter cola eye drop, on the first day your eye may turn red and itchy a little. This is not anything. Those are just the side effect of it. It's not anything. Just don't panic. I repeat, when you are using this on the first day to the 3rd day, or the first day especially, your eye may turn red and itchy. It is cleaning all the dirt on your eye. That's why you are experiencing that. Within a few days, that is 3 to 2 days, you won't see all those things again. I have tried it and I know what I'm saying. I have tried it several times. When you use it, your eye will turn red and itchy a little, especially on the first day. Just don't panic. And it's not about being red so that you can't go out. No, it's just something normal. You can just cope with it. And the itchy too is not about severe itchy that you have to be panic and you have to be afraid of using. No, it's just normal thing, but you can feel that your eye color has changed a little and you have some itchy, normal itch, which you can decide not to even scratch the place. Yes. Then also note that do not cover the tip of the water drop with your hands so that you don't contaminate the bottle with a bacteria. Our hands we see here are full of bacteria. Anything going into the eye should be taken very good care of. When you are touching the tip of the eye drop, you infect the tip of the eye drop with bacteria, which may in turn be transferred into the eye. So please, after using it, you just cover it, you just close it nicely, then you put it at its position. Now, if you have glaucoma, use this for 30 to 60 days and it will go. And even if you are a fast healer, it won't get up to 60 days or 30 days. It will just go away. Everyone and their system. Some people have very powerful immune system which help them when they are treating themselves of a disease. Some of us, our immune system is very low, which may delay our treatment. So maximum days or perfect days for everybody is, if you have glaucoma, use this for 30 to 60 days and you will be cured. If you have myopia, use it for 21 days to 30 days and you will see clearly again. Any other eye related problems such as cataract, presbyopia and the rest, which is making you put on glasses, just use this thing within 21 to 90 days and you will not even put on glasses again. You will not even touch your glasses again. One important thing you should note about this remedy is you must replace it on the 21st days of its use. Please, when you use it for 21 days, that's why when you are taking or applying the remedy, you should be very careful of this. When you use it for 21 days, you have to change the whole thing, whether it's finished or it's not. Change the whole thing, throw the bitter cola away, throw the water away, and reconstruct a different one so that you won't get infected with any other disease, because the expiry date of this remedy is 21 days. So that is one thing you should note about this bitter cola remedy. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you have learned something. I hope you have gotten something you will share with your friends, you will share with your loved ones so that they will also be safe. I hope this video solve any of your problems you are encountering or any of your friends' problem. Stay tuned to the channel and always Serious Destination will bring you what you will benefit from it. And with this video, even if you don't have an eye problem, you have the idea of some of the eye problems, you have the idea of how the eye works, and you have learned something from this video. That is what Serious Destination always do. With Serious Destination, we teach. So if you are ready to learn, you just follow and subscribe to the channel, and whenever we are teaching, you also benefit from the teaching. All your comments and contributions are welcome, and stay tuned. And one thing always we say, that is Serious Destination always say, is that always prevent it before it gets to the cure. Maybe you won't be fortunate enough to get the cure as early as that disease can be cured. So please always be at the safer side. Just be preventing the disease. Just be practicing good hygiene, just be exercising your body a little, and your system will work perfectly and you will be free from diseases. It's very, very difficult and very painful to be attacked by any disease, any form of disease. Diseases are not very good aspect of human. So please, the aim of Serious Destination is to make sure we eliminate and eradicate any disease from our system. So stay tuned and help others to get reach of the page by sharing and commenting and bringing your contribution, so that whatever we are to do, we do it for your benefit. Serious Destination is always equal to light of help. Stay tuned to the channel and watch out for the next video. Thank you for watching.
Something new about space practically on a monthly basis. As a rule, scientists concern themselves with objects located billions of kilometers away from our Earth. However, there are a lot of exciting things comparatively near the solar system. I've already told you about the boundaries of the observable universe, about what there is to be found beyond our galaxy, and about the nearest exoplanet Proxima Centauri b. Now it's time to take a peep at a celestial object equally worthy of our attention, namely the brightest star in our sky, Sirius.